Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is a pick a card on what you're not seeing during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So let's begin. We have 4 piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Pile number 1's crystal is the leopard Jasper crystal with the birds of a feather card. Pile number 2, we have the unikite Jasper crystal with the healing the heart card. Pile number 3, we have the blue goldenstone crystal with the imperfect harmony card. And crystal number 4, we have the aventurine with bearing fruit. Okay, I'll let you all meditate on your pile selection. All right, so again, dreamy dreamers, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this leopard Jasper for your crystal selection. You guys can see that. Or this bird of a feather card number 25 pile selection card, okay? So let's touch base on your crystal selection with the leopard Jasper. Just reading here from an excerpt out of the Tarot Bible for the attributes of Jasper, and it says Jasper is known as the supreme nurturer. It sustains and supports during times of stress and brings tranquility and wholeness. Used in healing, it unifies all aspects of life, all aspects of your life. And it says Jasper reminds people to help each other. So I feel like during this retrograde, especially with card number 25, 2 and 5, that's 7. And it's interesting because literally in the next, today's the 30th, so the next day or two, we're going to be in astrologically speaking and numerologically speaking, the year of 2023 is, you add those numbers together, that's 7. So we're going to be in the year 7, and pile number 1, 2, and 5 equals 7. So, numerologically speaking, this pile is like, inundated with the number 7, and it says birds of a feather. And you could see these birds on different tiers almost, right? That might not have been the purpose of these tiers, but, birds of a feather, flock together. So I feel like you initially, just from the crystal selection and the pile selection card, you could have a lot of people around you, but also feel misunderstood, or like people who are around you at different levels in their life, right? So what you're not seeing right now, at least in the introduction of this pile selection, pile number 1, is I feel like there are a lot of incessant thoughts, and there are a lot of communication maybe being offered to you at this time. And maybe you're having a hard time clarifying communication, right? Feeling understood, right? Almost feel like people are kind of like doing it deliberately, but that's not actually the case. I feel like the case is just with Mercury being in retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, there could be the communication error and maybe the lack of compassion in regards to the zodiac sign that this retrograde is aligned with right now, okay? So not saying Capricorns aren't compassionate people, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is that what is the opposite of Capricorn? It's Cancer, and Cancers typically err on the side of compassion, use a lot of emotions, whereas Capricorn's the opposite. So they might not be as emotionally equipped to deal with tiptoeing around people's emotions at this time. And not just Capricorns, but people in general. They might not be privy to emotional sensitivities is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's hop right into your reading. We have 10 cards: Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords with cruelty, the Emperor, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords with peace, the Chariot, Six of Cups with pleasure, the Fool, and the King of Cups. I'm also using the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa DeCourt if you guys are interested in these cards. Now, in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you have attained a certain victory around the clarity that you have been seeking for a while now, pile number ones. In regards to this Ace of Swords, you can feel like, maybe your momentum was really good towards like right now or towards the beginning of the year. And I feel like the challenge here, or the crossing energy with cruelty, the Nine of Swords, is that you might be getting a hold of these negative thought patterns that you might have found yourself in. One thing I also wanted to mention as well in regards to the pile selection and the crystal selection part of the reading is that, you could also simultaneously be having challenges as you are cleaning up your thought processes, dealing with the external world catching up to that, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, meaning, maybe, okay, one day you decide, okay, I'm definitely going to clean up my thinking. I've realized I've kind of like let this pattern of negative thinking, it doesn't have to be negative thinking, right? Take whatever resonates, but maybe some have cultivated a pattern of negative thinking over the past month or a couple weeks, right? You're aware of it, you decide to clean it up, but then it's like once you've decided, you get all these bombardments of people like maybe disagreeing with you or having miscommunication errors, things of that nature, pile number one. So I see that in the cards right here. It's like you right now, yes, you have decided to be more clear in your thinking versus just allowing these streams of consciousness to control you. But on the flip side, in the crossing energy, I feel like you're just waiting for the external to catch up with your decision, right? So it could be a challenge at this time. Now, in the conscious goal position, we have the Emperor. I feel like you really do. One of the reasons of many, right? But one of the reasons of this is you're like, you know what? I can't even afford to be negative in my thinking or negative in my approach right now, because I might have a career waiting on me, or a business to run, or people who depend on me, and I just don't have room for error, right? With this Emperor card, I feel like you could be a very important person, pile number ones, and like I just said, a lot of people might depend on you. Maybe even if some of you have children, your children can depend on you. So you may be being too wrapped up in negative thinking, or just these streams of thoughts that you've taken on as your own. You are now kind of stepping up to the forefront and being like, okay, I can't let this control me any longer, or I can't even allow these thoughts to run rampant. I have to clean them up and start thinking more childlike, almost like more whimsical, more optimistic, if I'm going to be successful in whatever I do, okay? In the unconscious goal position, exactly, we have the King of Pentacles. You have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to accomplish. That could be in business, that can be, if you own your own business, or if you're working, for someone else, anything of that nature, at work, at home, in this physical reality. I feel like you have a lot to do. So while you maybe in the past have let your thoughts just kind of run wild, almost like, think about a garden, right? If we don't tend to our garden, then weeds will start to sprout and it will start to look like, it will start to overwhelm our garden. So I feel like you're definitely on the road of recuperating your positive mental attitude, but in the meanwhile, you're also waiting for your reality to catch up with that, if that makes sense. In the past position, we have the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you're very inspired to take action in regards to your thoughts, because not only does you having a positive mental attitude make you feel better, it also makes you look better. You know what I'm saying? To you, it makes your appearance a little bit more glowy, or, a little bit more like, it's like you have a shine about you, pile number one, whenever you clean up your thoughts and whenever you don't allow your thoughts to run rampant. It's something about like your emotional intelligence makes you look it's just attractive in any way, shape, or form, whether that's internally or externally. You start to attract a lot more things to you. And I feel like you've recognized that in the past. And so I feel like that's why you have taken the reins on reeling in your thought pattern so that it can work for you and not against you, right? In the approaching influence, we have peace. We have this Two of Swords card. You could be meditating a lot. That can actually really help you out with your positive mental attitude, right? Versus maybe a more quote unquote negative approach or a more lowly type of thinking. I feel like you maybe have just started this, consistent form of meditation. For some of you, it won't be meditation. It could be walking. It could be talking to a friend. It could be journaling, take what resonates. But you found you are finding some form of peace of mind in regards to not thinking so emotionally, but making a logical decision as it comes to this approach in your thought patterns, pile number ones. And we have a lot of swords card here. So this definitely, in regards to what you're not seeing as it pertains to the Mercury retrograde and the sign of Capricorn, is I feel like, okay, yes, it says what you're not seeing, but I feel like you are being made aware finally of like maybe the thought pattern that you have been holding for some time now being revealed to you. And I feel like this is just now springing up. It's like a revelation almost, right? In your resources and talents, we have the Chariot card. So I feel like you're very well equipped. You have the willpower and the due diligence that it takes to move forward in your convictions as it goes to redirecting your thought patterns that will allow you to have a more positive outlook on life instead of almost like a humdrum or dull outlook on your existence or whatever it is that you're experiencing right now. You could also be cutting out a lot of like external chatter too, like moving forward from like external chatter, pile number ones, because the Nine of Swords also symbolizes us having anxiety, but more so about the external world. You know what I mean? So yeah. In how others see you, we have the Six of Cups. So we have pleasure. So I feel like people maybe in Aries, just because the Emperor is on top of this card, really seek pleasure in being around you, being with you. But also one thing that you may not be seeing, pile number ones, and this just came to me right now. You may not be seeing that maybe you might have a spouse or a partner or a best friend. They can be in Aries. And it's almost like birds of a feather, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So maybe you are just realizing this partner, this best friend, this coworker that you're close to could have a stronger influence over your emotions and over your thought patterns than you might have realized before. And this could be, you know, someone takes pleasure in being around you, but it's also like, because you are around each other so often, you take on each other's thoughts, even if they're just thoughts, if they're words left unspoken, things like that. It's almost like you could be having like these telepathic conversations with one another, not even realizing it, right? Because our thoughts tend to flow so quickly and fluidly. It's very seamless when they come in, for good, bad, or indifferent. And I just feel like you might start realizing this, like, oh wow, okay, so when I wasn't super close with this person, or when I wasn't, you know, spending the majority of time with this person, my thought pattern was completely different. Whereas, you know, now I'm spending so much time with this person and I feel like I'm bombarded with thoughts, and maybe sometimes I don't even know where they're coming from. Now, this is needless to say, you don't have to stop hanging out with this person. That's not what I'm implying at all. What I'm getting to is, you have to be the conduit of good energy, so that your energy is so pronounced and it's so vibrationally higher than theirs, they succumb to your energy, which in essence is a positive outlook on life, right? Is a positive mental attitude. That's what I'm saying. So, of course, still be with this person, still have them in your lives, still have fun with them, still hang out with them, but realize that birds of a feather flock together, and you can't control the other person, but you can control yourself and your vibration, and allowing your vibration to raise, pile number one, will not only help you, but will help this person just by being in proximity to you, if that makes any sense. I really hope it does. So in your hopes and fears, we have the Fool. So I have a feeling there's a hope for a brand new beginning, for venturing into the unknown and landing on your feet, right? Still allowing God, spirit, source energy to really take you to far and wide places that maybe you would have never even fathomed, right? But I feel like the fear could also be the fear of the unknown, right? Not knowing what to expect, not knowing what's coming, not knowing, you know, how you're going to get from A to B. You know what I'm saying? So in relation to that, of course, we all have these kind of deep-rooted fears into the unknown, but it's really within the surrendering to those fears that we truly find enlightenment, and that we truly find our way, and know that, you know, everything's going to be okay, right? It's like that, how that saying goes, in the end, everything is okay. And if it isn't okay, then it isn't the end, right? So there we have it. In our outcome position, we have the King of Cups. And I love this because this could pertain to, maybe someone in your life. This could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, maybe a masculine energy, or this could pertain to you really mastering your emotions. And as a byproduct of mastering those emotions, pile number ones, you then master your mindset, right? And or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. We have at the bottom of the deck interference with 8 of Swords. So I just feel like you're really leaving this anxiety, these self-imposed limitations behind, because they have been a huge hindrance and a huge interference in your life. And I feel like you're finally going to cut those strings that you felt were maybe attached to you. And you felt like someone else was almost like dictating your thinking or the way you moved in life, so to speak, right? OMG, pile number ones. Before we leave, I just have to mention this. These are like falling stars, right? But they almost look like strings. You know what I'm saying? So birds of a feather. And that's what I meant in regards to just the proximity of someone else, even if they're not verbalizing the things that they're thinking, could could have something to do with the way you think as well, okay? So with that being said, my dreamy dreamers, I love you all so much. Oh, no. So let's pull some more. Let's pull some astrology cards from the Heavenly Body astrology deck before we end your reading. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number one's clear, concise, accurate messages and guidance in regards to what they are not seeing during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to end off their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to end off their reading, Spirit. Clear, concise advice, guidance, and wisdom to end off pile number one's reading. Oh, so this card actually peeked out and it came out. So it says Uranus radically change. What did I say? This is basically what I'm talking about, pile number. Look it. This one fell out too, and I'm going to take it. It's a conjunction, a union, merging, and coming together. I love it. So one more card. Advice, guidance, and wisdom, Spirit, for our pile number ones. What aren't they seeing during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn? Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude pile number one's reading. What is pile? Way too many cards. Just one more card, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Okay, you know what? Two it is. So we have air at the bottom of the deck, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. And I feel like you're very open-minded right now. And I feel like you are that type of person in general, pile number ones. And it's interesting because we have air and then we have birds. So, and we have a lot of swords cards energy in this reading. So a lot of you could be air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, Libras, or have those highly aspected in your natal chart. Now, with Uranus, you're definitely experiencing this new beginning, almost this like rebirth, this phoenix energy, rise from the ashes and being reborn anew. And at first it could have seemed very startling or very like, very abrupt, but I have a feeling like everything is coming together now. Now, this could be a union in regards to a person in your life. This could be a union in regards to your masculine and feminine energies. But yeah, I just really see everything is kind of coming together for you, even in this Mercury retrograde period. I don't think you all are being too affected by it in a drastic way at all. But I think there are really amazing changes here that have needed to be changed for a while now. That is what's happening. Okay, so I love you so much, pile number ones. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, a like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who you think could best benefit from the messages provided here today. Also, if you're interested in my brand new tarot journal, the link will be provided to you in the description box down below. Check it out, y'all. Hold on. Let me show you. I actually have a copy right here. It's beautiful. It's matte. Look at that. The designer, Sandrine Ann, did her thing, you guys. And here's a sneak preview of the book. And I really hope you all enjoy it, okay? So, I love you all so much, dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this unikite Jasper for your crystal selection, and this card number 23, healing the heart, for your pile selection card. Now, the unikite Jasper is all about uniting the head and the heart, right? It's almost a semblance of the Two of Swords once you think about it. And a lot of the times we need to make logical over emotional decisions. So the unikite Jasper helps with that. So I feel like one thing that you aren't really seeing right now during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn is that you're actually more equipped to make the quote unquote hard decisions than you've ever been, right? Pile number twos. With card number 23, 2 and 5, numerologically speaking, 2 and 3 equaling 5, numerologically speaking, I feel like there's a lot of change when it comes to your heart. There could even be a change of heart in regards to some of you guys' life or experiences. This could be a change of heart in career, romance, friendship, family, you name it. I feel like some of you all could really be having a very impactful year as it pertains to healing your heart. Like, I want to say officially. At first, what was going to come out of my mouth was once and for all, but life happens, So I want to say officially healing from something that has really been a pain for you, you know what I'm saying, in the year of 2023. I really feel like a lot of you all will be healing from something that really kind of stifled you for a minute, okay? But I digress. Let's move into your reading. Pile number 2. So we have the Ace of Wands, 8 of Wands with swiftness, King of Wands, Prince of Swords, Prince of Cups, the Fool, the Queen of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the King of Swords. Very interesting layout here. First, we have a lot of Wands energy. So there's a lot of movement, okay, happening for you in the during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. And come on, I have to point this out. It's almost as if you are trying to keep someone or something, pile number 2s, at bay. That's all I'm saying. This could be a King of Wands. This could be someone who you've, maybe dealt with in the past. Certain descriptions of the King of Wands would say maybe a player type of energy or something like that. But you are like not here for the games. That's one thing I will say. And this doesn't have to be romantically. This could be anyone who is domineering in their approach or, a little too assertive for your taste. Okay, that's one thing I do want to say. But if this has nothing to do with anyone outside of you, I feel like you're almost trying to keep at bay some type of desire. This could be the desire of the loins. I'm really trying to keep it PG, but this could be like a desire of the loins, something like that, because there's a lot of fire energy. And I feel like you want to keep this at bay for the most part, pile number 2, because you don't want anyone to worry. You don't want to leave anyone out in the cold. You really want to be a person of integrity in your word, and you're just like, you could be on fire. Like this, during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, I feel like you have healed so much to the point where like now everything is coming to you. Even things that you maybe no longer want, that you have asked for in the past, are now coming in. So you're like, whoa, Nelly, like, let me keep this at bay because I've changed my mind, right? So I digress. Let's get into your reading. In the heart of the matter position, we have the Ace of Wands. So there's a lot of inspiration here. There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of passion, right? And I feel like your flame is burning very bright, pile number 2s, to say the least, right? Now, in contrast to this, we have, for the crossing energy, the 8 of Wands swiftness. And I feel like this could be happening fairly quickly, almost like as soon as you speak the word, as soon as you think the thought, boom, you have this manifestation come into place, like right before your eyes. It's like instant manifestation, right? There could also be communication coming in very swiftly, right? Being sent to you in some type of manner. This could be downloads from the Supreme, from the Most High, from Source. in regards to your leadership capabilities. This could also be communication from a King of Wands energy. This could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but if we are speaking externally, this could be someone from the past who has demonstrated certain characteristics of a King of Wands, okay? Now, this is a conscious goal position in the King of Wands. So obviously, if this is you, you definitely want to master your leadership capabilities. You want to master the areas of your domain, whatever those are, right? But I feel like, I don't know why. I know it says swiftness. I feel like things are happening so fast for you, pile number twos, and during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, you are trying to compose yourself. You're trying to keep certain things at bay, or even with the semblance of this, work your magic. Maybe someone, something, this could be the Most High, this could be God, Spirit, Source, Energy, whatever you give the name of the omnipotence to, working their magic on your leadership capabilities. You could literally be like, not literally, excuse me, but you could figuratively be like on fire, like on trend, all eyes on you, a lot of momentum going. You're riding the momentum, right? And spirit or something, someone outside of you is like fueling that, you know? So those are all of the kind of situations you can be encountering or experiences to be had during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn that you might not be seeing yet. In the unconscious, oh my goodness, like I said, you are proverbially on fire, pile number two. In the unconscious goal position, the Prince of Swords. Oh yeah, you want to move fast. You or someone else wants to move very fast. And if this is an external person from your past or something like that, they're trying to move very fast with you. And I think you may, I don't know, maybe you've had a change of heart and you're like, slow your roll. You know what I'm saying? But in the unconscious goal or in the unconscious position, we do have the Prince of Swords. So there's a lot of movement here for you, pile number twos. And this could have just been due to you really healing, officially healing from something from the past, right? In the past position, we have the Prince of Cups, okay? So this could have been from a Prince of Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be from like a passion project. Maybe you never finished and, you know, you just maybe took a different direction on anything of that nature, right? With the Prince of Cups, with the Prince energy or the Knight energy, it talks about the extremities. It talks about being high one day, low the other, wanting to go all in one day and then completely abandoning ship, so to speak. You know what I mean? So it talks about the extremes of the personality as well. In the approaching influence, we have the Fool. So I just feel like it's like a whole new world you're entering into, pile number twos. This is really amazing. It's a really great reading. It just seems like things are happening very fast for you, very quickly. And I think you're caught a little off guard in regards to the speed in which things are moving for you right now. And I feel like you've been asking for this too, subconsciously. And now that it's here, it's just like, okay, I just have to get used to it, you know? In your talents and resources position, we have the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you can handle it and you can move gracefully through the changes, through the pace, through the expedient pace that's happening in your life right now. Okay, with the Queen of Wands energy, it's like your game. You're ready for it. You're like, my heart's healed. I'm ready to get back out there. I'm ready to work my magic. And how others see you, ironically, is the Five of Pentacles, worry. So that's interesting. I might need to clarify this card, pile number twos, because how others see you with the Five of Pentacles, worry, people might see that you're worried. People might think that you're playing victim or something like that, victimizing yourself. Maybe people have seen you also, you heard that, so that could be the case, pile number twos, playing victim or whatever, but people have seen your growth as well. People have seen that you've came from this very insular, caved in position, and then now you're just taking off, okay? So literally you're just taking off, and look at what the last card is. So in the hopes and fears position, we have cruelty. So I feel like in your hopes and fears, I feel like your hope is to transcend anything that causes you anxiety from the inside out. But I feel like your fear is, what if you can't? What if things are moving so fast you can't handle it? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that those thoughts, those worries, right, those concerns kind of give you a little anxiety. Now, in the outcome position, we have the King of Swords. And this King of Swords is different than a lot of other decks because this King of Swords is racing. This King of Swords, to me, looks more like the Knight of Swords. So I think it's very interesting that this is the outcome position. You're racing towards something, or someone is racing towards you. These could be thoughts, these could be ideas, these could be, you know, this could be communication, you know. Put in what resonates, or take what resonates with you. But I feel like pile number 2s, you have healed in some official standpoint. You have healed and you are really taking off, like whatever that means to you, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress card. So I feel like you're really fertile right now with ideas, with abundance, with ambition, with beauty, with passion, with the best of what the world really has to offer you right now. So I love this reading. This reading took me off guard. But let's clarify this how other people see you position. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Please clarify this Five of Pentacles worry card and how other people see our pile number 2. Why is this Five Pentacles worry card here in the position of how other people see pile number 2, Spirit? Clarify this Five of Pentacles for our pile number 2. Why is this here? Thank you. Ace of Swords. Interesting. Why is this Five of Pentacles here for our pile number 2s? Okay, so the title card fell on the ground, so I'm going to take that out. But let's see this other card. Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. Okay. Ooh, Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So let's see. Look, it wanted to come out, so we're going to do that. Okay, so how other people see you. I feel like people are seeing you very clear in your intentions of healing. You know what I'm saying? And the investment that you put on your healing. And other people can see you as worried to leave someone out or leave yourself out in the cold by rejecting their advances or something like that. If this is someone external from you, if this King of Wands is someone external from you, this is what I'm getting. Now, if it's an inside thing, if it's a characteristic that you're putting on, you are very determined and inspired to get things done. And I feel like God, Spirit, Source, Energy is fueling that. Okay. Or someone else outside of you, other forces outside of yourself are fueling you to accomplish and get things done. So yeah, in regards to this Five of Pentacles worry, we have the Ace of Swords, which is a victory in regards to getting very clear about what you're investing in. And you're not trying to invest in a broken heart or a third party, whatever situation. Like, you're done with that. Okay. So other people could see you as being worried about, like, whoa, what is someone else going to think or whatever, but you're not. You're worried about your own healing right now, if anything, you know? So I love that. Okay, let's conclude your reading. Hold on, wait. Okay, let's conclude your reading, pile number 2s. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving our pile number 2s clear, concise, accurate messages. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for pile number 2s in regards to what they aren't seeing during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Clear, concise, accurate messages. What are pile number 2s not seeing during Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay. 3 cards fell out. This might be 4. No, it's 3. So I'm going to take these. So we have yin. We have yin right here, technically speaking, with the Empress card. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. People can see you as very desirable right now, pile number 2s. We have house 8, transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Okay. And then we have opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Did I say something about a power struggle in the beginning of this reading? If I didn't, it was check out another reading because I said something in the same vein as a power struggle happening, okay? So bottom of the deck, we have house 1 with individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Pile number 2s. This is what I'm talking about. So in regards to this worry card, this worry 5 of Pentacles card, in regards to how others see you, they see that you want to keep up your self-image, and you'll be damned if you let anybody or anything really outside of yourself destroy what you have been building, or even tarnish it. I won't say destroy, but like even take it off course for a moment. Okay, especially if you know and if you feel in your heart of hearts it's not even worth it for you to have that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, certain things you might even see, you might even think like, hey, you know, well, this is worth it. This is my best friend, or this is my spouse, or this is my mother, dad, whatever. But I feel like whoever this King of Wands is just simply is not worth the tension, the struggle that it possesses if it's someone outside of yourself. That's all I'm saying. If it's you, you're keeping up your appearance, you're keeping up your images, you're going to move with integrity. If it isn't, you're still going to do that. So, yeah. So, again, yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies, and opposition, imbalance, and point of tension, and a power struggle with the first house being at the bottom of the deck. Now, I also feel that because we're in retrograde, right, and because it's in the sign of Capricorn, which if you realize what Capricorn is in tarot, is the devil's card, right? Which is like being bound to, it could be a relationship, to certain temptations, right? This could be an ex, this could be someone from the past that just isn't good for you anymore, that you have actually healed from, and you're just not gonna let it in even if they come in. So they could think whatever they want about you, but I have a feeling you're really protecting yourself during this. And I knew I liked this reading because I'm like, that is growth. That is growth, pile number 2s. Okay, so I love you so much, pile number 2s. That wraps up today's reading. If you enjoyed this reading, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who could best benefit from the messages provided here today. Also, if you are interested in a beautiful custom tarot journal made by me and the illustrator Sandrine Ann, the descriptions to this journal will be in the link, to this journal will be in the description box down below. Okay, so I love you so much, dreamy dreamers, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3s, welcome back to your reading. So you all either chose this blue golden stone as your crystal selection, or card number 11 in perfect harmony for your pile selection card. So let's get to your reading. We have the blue golden stone crystal as a semblance of ambition. I think it's also considered the merchant stone. So you could have been drawn to this crystal because of your ambition when it comes to selling, when it comes to business, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to enterprise, okay? And actually having good fortune as it pertains to building something for yourself, right? Whether that be a business legacy, whether that being a family legacy or anything like that. I have a feeling that you're going to be making something super harmonious, and that's going to feel like sweet music to people's ears once they hear it. Okay, so I really like this. It's just going to be so harmonious, so loving, so in sync, so balanced, right? And it's just going to make sense to you and the people around you. And I feel like that's something that you're maybe not privy to yet. And obviously, if you're watching this, then you're going to get more insight into what's coming in, okay, during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Now, let's list off your cards. We have the Aeon with Judgment, the Nine of Swords with Cruelty, Ace of Wands, Six of Swords with Science, Three of Cups with Abundance. We have the Nine of Wands with Strength, Eight of Wands, Swiftness, Six of Wands, Victory, Seven of Pentacles, Failure, Two of Pentacles with Change, and Two of Swords with Peace. Bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Wands. So you're definitely reaching for the moon and the stars, pile number threes. I can say that because we have this victory card here, and they have their hands up to the sky like, yes, I did it. I won. This is amazing, right? Also, this Princess of Wands is here also reaching their hands to the sky. You know, literally star-studded, star-filled, with the sky filled with stars, and they're reaching to the highest of heights, right? So I love that. That's definitely a message for somebody there. You even have the Three of Cups reaching their cups to the sky, celebrating in harmony and peace and love and, you know, just reverence to what has been done here, okay? But let's hop right in. So we have the Aeon with Judgment in the You Now Heart of the Matter position. Now, I feel like there has been a lot, and oh my gosh, a horn. Look at this. Sweet music. Look at the music that's being sent to them, and then you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. Y'all are about to get saved, rescued, helped, you know, some type of prayer is about to be answered for y'all right now, or you could be in the midst of this happening. Very, very amazing. Pile number threes. Yeah, so I have a feeling right now you could be in the midst of a deep awakening, a deep transcending, a deep reverence for spirit, and how spirit at any time can decide to just take you out of a trying situation that you have been in for quite some time, okay? Just completely rescue you, right? So in the crossing energy, we have the Nine of Swords with Cruelty. So I feel like you're really being rescued from like almost like the shadow aspect of your mind, you know, imparting cruelty on yourself, like thinking cruel thoughts, and not like self-harm or harming others, but almost like just the mere fact of thinking negatively or thinking from a lower vibrational standpoint is cruel to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not blatant in that, you know? In the conscious goal position, we have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like, yes, you are what you're reaching for right now, pile number threes, and what you're actually receiving as an answered prayer is your vitality, is your energy, is your strength back, is your fortitude, is your passion for life and your inspiration for life. You're getting that back. And I also feel like, and I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but with the Seven of Pentacles with failure, I feel like maybe you have felt like a failure in the past because you felt like the spark had went out of your life. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you're a failure. To fail is to stop trying. But I don't get that sense in this reading that you have ever stopped trying. I think you have pivoted in certain situations due to survival mode, due to survival mechanisms. But I feel like this is all really turning around for you in the best way possible, in the most beautiful way possible. In the unconscious goal position, we have science with Six of Swords. Exactly. I feel like this kind of happened very subconsciously, very like almost under the radar. Your mind actually like going from doom and gloom here with the Nine of Swords to being alleviated, to being entering calmer waters, with the Six of Swords. This could be through reading. This could be through almost like distracting yourselves with good distractions, right? Reading books, walking, getting fresh air, talking to your loved ones, talking to people who could relate to your situation, things of that nature. But there's definitely change here in regards to how your mind and what your mind is focusing on. Instead of the doom, you're now focusing on the bigger picture, the sunlight, letting your light shine, so to speak, right? And you could be enriching yourself in your mind through education right now as well. In the recent past position or the past position, we have abundance with the Three of Cups. I really have a feeling that you have really been supported by your loved ones in the recent past, or things that are coming up or that's happening right now, whether they be friends, whether they be family members, whether it's a partner, a love connection, you name it. I feel like you've really been supported by people in your life. Okay. And the approaching influence, we have the Eight of Wands with swiftness. And I love this. And I feel like if everything that I just said hasn't happened for you yet, it's coming in very quickly. And change is coming in super quickly. And it's happening right before your eyes. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this victory. You're claiming victory. God, Spirit, Source, Energy is really ushering in this victory for you. And I feel like you have you have been waiting on. I also feel like the things that you have asked for in the past might be coming in with the swiftness, and you might feel internally that you are not ready to maybe put yourself out there to be the center of attention, and you're kind of working through that right now. But for some reason, pile number threes, I don't feel like it's as heavy as it used to be. Like those thoughts of working through something, or like, being center stage, or like even putting yourself out there in a major way, it's not as heavy of an idea or thought as it used to be. And how others see you, we have the Seven of Pentacles with failure. Now, I don't think at all, for some reason, that other people see you as a failure. Maybe they do, but I don't think I don't think you know these people. I don't think these people would ever come out and say it to you. But what I'm seeing here in this card is other people realize that you have created boundaries with them. Okay? You see how this person is drawing lines in the sand? I feel like that is what's happening. Like, you have created boundaries with certain people in your life, and maybe they feel like they failed you because you have had to take such a stark approach to, protecting yourself and your peace, right? So in your hopes and your fears, we have the Two of Pentacles with change. Now, I feel like your hope is that maybe an influx and a change in your finances for the better will happen. And you're simultaneously fearing this. Like, well, what if it doesn't? What if I can't handle these streams of income, or these opportunities that I get to have multiple streams of income, or to balance the things that I've been wanting to do? What if they all come at once and I am just not equipped to handle it? And I see that you're going to be making peace with knowing whatever God, Spirit, Source, Energy sends your way, you'll be able to handle. Okay? With deep meditation, contemplation, and really kind of prioritizing yourself and your mental health above all else, you will definitely be able to handle what's really being gifted to you at this time, pile number threes. Oh yeah, also, hold on, before I start that. You all had an extra card, which is a strength card, 9 of Wands. And this is why I was saying that, to me, I don't think people see you as a failure, but more so you have created boundaries. You have really strengthened your resolve as a person to be like, no, like, just no, like, that doesn't work for me. Not being a yes person all the time, and really solidifying your boundaries with people that you have been forced to place them with, or to place certain boundaries with, to a certain degree. I really hope that makes sense, pile number 3s. But let's conclude your reading with the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck for our pile number 3s. For giving pile number 3s clear, concise, accurate advice, guidance, and wisdom. What advice, guidance, and wisdom do you want to give to our pile number 3s in regards to this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn? Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Too many cards, but I'll take that one. So we have Pisces. Some of you all might be Pisces, okay? It says intimacy, intuition, and compassion. I love it. The moon. Oh, definitely y'all might be Pisces. Oh my gosh. So it says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Exactly. So let's pull one more card. Definitely Pisces energy. So this could pertain to, I don't know if Jupiter is moving back into Pisces. This could have something to do with that. Let's see. Advice, guidance, and wisdom, Spirit, for pile number 3s during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. South Node, destined to release. Okay, I love this. So some of you all South Node could be in the sign of Pisces, and maybe you need to release certain Piscean tendencies or certain Piscean personality characteristics that might hinder your progress. Some of you all's moon might be in the sign of Pisces, which you might feel very emotionally driven for intimacy, have a really keen intuition and a sense of really deep compassion for others. And with South Node, I feel like you are destined to release somebody, something, some state of mind even, as it pertains to things that just don't serve you anymore, pile number 3s. But I feel like there's a lot happening here. There's definitely victory. There's definitely momentum happening. But I also feel like you are definitely creating boundaries where need be. And you are really creating a lot of change in your life. And you're really just reaching for the stars right now. And not even reaching for the stars, but reaching for the moon, hoping to land among the stars. And I really love that for you, pile number 3s. So that has been our time. I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated for you, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Also, if you are interested in a companion to these readings or any other readings that you frequent on YouTube, pick up my tarot journal on Amazon. The link will be in the description box down below. There's plenty of pages. There's like 117 pages that you can use throughout the year to write down and to archive your readings, whether you give them for yourself or others. And there is kind of like a breakdown and information about the cards and all that cool stuff. So I put my heart and my soul into this, you guys, as well as the lovely illustrator Sandrine, and me and her collaborated, and she's just the best. So go check out her Instagram. I'll put her Instagram in the description box down below also. So with that being said, I love you so much, dreamy dreamers, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s, welcome to your reading. So you all chose this really pretty aventurine crystal for your crystal selection. and card number 12 with bearing fruits. Okay, I love this card. It's very beautiful, very whimsical. 1 and 2 is 3, numerologically speaking. 3 is the number of the Empress card in the tarot, and it's very pink. It's giving very Venusian, receiving, receptive energy, pile number 4. So this is big. This is in regards to your wealth and your abundance and the beauty that is really coming through in this reading and in your life right now. I do want to kind of break down this aventurine crystal. So let's see. It says green aventurine is a comforter and heart healer. Oh my gosh. So some of you all could have came from pile number 2s. So yeah, it says green aventurine is a comforter and heart healer and general harmonizer, protecting the heart. It brings things back into control and is useful in malignant conditions. It says it settles nausea and dissolves negative emotions and thoughts, and all around healer, bringing in well-being and emotional calm. And I love this because this is what I'm seeing in your life. I feel like the dust has like just recently settled and now like you're off, you know what I mean? So I really love this for you. But let's hop into the reading, pile number 4s. So we have the 4 of Pentacles with power, Princess of Swords, 10 of Pentacles with wealth, the Sun card, come on, art, Temperance, we have death, rebirth, King of Swords, the Fool. I didn't even realize this was a death card when I was pre-shuffling, but King of Swords, the Fool, 3 of Wands with virtue, and the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So in the you now, heart of the matter position, we have the 4 of Pentacles with power. And to me, what I'm getting, pile number 4s, is you all are freaking finally realizing your power and your strength, and you're playing chess, not checkers. You see how these pawns are all on this chessboard, and I don't know what this person's doing, but they're like alchemizing something. They are like doing something really cool in their hands, and they know that they really hold the power. Okay, and that's where you're at. You're in a power position right now, whether you realize this or not. I feel like you have gotten clear, you have gained clarity, pile number 4, that you do have more power than you gave yourself credit for. And I feel like you're actually really seizing it. Now, you know, this is what I'm getting from this card, right? And I feel like your power lies in your ability to come undone, but pick yourself up after that as well, right? With the death and the rebirth card. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes, and I love this. So in the crossing position, we have the Princess of Swords. So I feel like you are really swift right now in your convictions, and in you knowing that you do hold the power in your life, right? I feel like this is also bringing in a lot of curiosity on what to do with it. I do want to there's a lot of synchronicities in this reading, but check this out, pile number 4s. So I don't know if you all see that butterfly here, and then we have that butterfly here. So this could mean something about your spirit guides, your angels actually really kind of like showing up for you at this moment. I feel like y'all have asked, and now you're receiving this extra power, this extra emphasis, this extra push of power from your angels, ancestors, and guides. Okay, so I do want you all to recognize that. But in the you now, heart of the matter position, and the Princess of Swords in the crossing energy / challenge energy, someone could also be observing everything you do and almost doing power moves based off of what you do, because they've learned that what you do, it works. So they're just kind of like following suit after what you do, right? Almost like copycat energy. But if that isn't the case, pile number 4s, and this is a part of your personality characteristic right now, I feel like you're wondering, okay, now that I realize how much power I actually have, what should I do with all of it? You're very curious. You're reading, you are maybe putting together Pinterest boards on like, okay, well, what to do now? What do I do next? What do I do after that? You know what I mean? You just really do want to make the right moves, but your mind is is very, very quick right now because I feel like you're just kind of coming into, you're owning it right now. You know what I'm saying? You're owning the power that you do have. In the conscious goal position, we have the 10 of Pentacles with wealth. So I feel like you could be coming together with someone, or coming together with someone to really make a legacy, to really make a profound impact on this world, pile number 4s, and to create a legacy that you both manifest together, which I love. I think that's very beautiful. Also, in relation to the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, you could be making really cultivating something just profound that's really going to transform yourself, your family, and a lot of other people in your proximity. And just because whatever you're making is that needed almost in the moment, right? It's that needed. They say if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, if you want to be financially independent, strive to provide value to people. You know what I'm saying? Because that the payment of that value you provide is a byproduct of the value that you offer to your community, to people around the world, to solving problems, right? In the unknown influence position, we have the sun. So I feel like it's, what a time to be alive. That's just really what I'm getting right now. And in the lieu of everything that's going on in the media and on the news and on social media, I feel like there really is a reverence here that spirit, God, source energy, your angels, ancestors, and guides want to give you. And it's something that you have been waiting very patiently for. It's just like everything is happening all at once, and you've been waiting, and you have practiced that virtue of patience, and now the wait is over. It's no longer. You are really here to bask in the ambience of life and, you know, the beauty that life has to offer, right? In the past, yes, okay. In the past position, we have temperance. Patience is a virtue. You have been waiting, okay? You have been waiting on this beautiful moment to happen, and it's here. You have the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun card in one reading. Pile number 4 is like, stick a fork in me. I'm done. But yeah, in the past position, we have art, temperance, and I feel like in the past, while you waited simultaneously, you have been cultivating this art form, okay? Whatever it is. This could be art in the form of communication, art in the form of painting, drawing, art in the form of literature, whatever it is to you, right? You have been cultivating this art form to almost offer as a love letter to the world, and that's really what I'm getting, especially with this card. It's just so grand and beautiful. In the approaching influence, we have death and rebirth, okay? So you're rising from the ashes. You are getting your stride back, so to speak, pile number 4s. And I just love every single bit of this reading for you, because I really do feel in my heart of hearts, as I'm reading these cards, you deserve this. In your talents and resources position, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. And I feel like you are making haste while the sun is still up. You are getting what's yours. You are not playing around. You're very clear and decided in your approach as well. And I feel like you have mastered a certain element of communication, or you are really striving. You are really well on your way to mastering a form of communication. Now, that could be communication with spirit. That could be communication with your angels, ancestors, and guides, all of the above. That could be communications with others. It's really up to you, right? So, but your talent is, I feel like you're very eloquent in your speech. You're very sure about the things that you want and the things that you say you want. And I feel like you are really clearing out any inconsistencies or any uncertainty and confusion out of your way, so you can progress in life. And how others see you is the Fool. So I feel like people see you as actually being brave and being a risk taker and being innovative and not shying away from the unknown. Okay? Not shying away from the unknown, ready to kind of, again, another butterfly. Okay, so definitely, I feel like spirit is really here for you, really talking through me to you during this reading, pile number 4s. But yeah, I feel like people really see you as almost like a breath of fresh air, something new, something fun, something whimsical, something that, you know, isn't afraid to do what has never been done before. In your hopes and your fears position, we have the 3 of Wands with virtue. And I feel like your hope is that, you know, these ships are coming in. And they're coming in the time in which you really do feel as though, you know, it's time, right? They're coming in sooner than later. And I feel like you want to maintain your disposition and you want to maintain your sense of patience while waiting. Now, I feel like you fear, okay, well, what if I'm gassing myself? And when I say I'm gassing myself, I'm using slang, but what if I'm like, you know, trying to talk myself up knowing this isn't going to happen? Or what if, you know, everything isn't as good as it seems? You know what I'm saying? It's almost just like the fear of having the rug pulled from underneath your feet, but that's not going to happen. In the outcome position, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you're very experienced and you talk in regards to that experience. You really know what you're talking about, pile number 4s. And I feel like you have really taken off the mask of yourself, and you are really kind of showcasing your talents and who you really are. There's this movie, it's an older film. It has to be like 10 years old, maybe a little older by now, but it was called Beyond the Lights, and it was basically about this pop star who very talented, but almost had to masquerade as somebody she wasn't just to get more notoriety. She felt like she couldn't be herself in her natural state because people wouldn't accept her. The record label wouldn't push her, and her own mother wouldn't accept her, right? So, long story short, this is what this is giving me. Like, you're finally being able to sing and showcase who you actually are, authentically of you, and not having to put on a facade or a mask to feel accepted in the world. And I say that because we have Art, Temperance, and the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you can come as your authentic self. And that doesn't have to be, you know, oh, I'm not wearing makeup, or, oh, I'm not, you know, wearing, you know, taking care of my appearance. That's not what I'm talking about in regards to your authentic self. I'm talking about you and your personality can shine through, and you don't always have to worry about what other people will think of you because of what you're saying or how you're expressing yourself, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So you're very clear right now. You're very clear-headed. You know what you want. You know where you're going. You know who you're going with. Things of that nature. And I'm just really proud of you, pile number 4. This is a really great reading. And it's funny because this is the end. Well, we're almost at the end of your reading. But all 4 piles have been relatively positive for Mercury retrograde, which is ironic to me. But yeah, so let's finish your reading, my loves, with the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. As I cut the deck, the Sun and Sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and rewarding situations. So there you go. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude our pile number 4's readings for this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4's advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude pile number 4's reading during this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Let's straighten these out. This is the first card to come out. We have House 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. I love that. So some of you all may have been drawn to another pile. I would definitely go check that pile out because I think there could be a message there for you. We have Square, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. And then we have Aries. We have independence, bravery, and passion. Yeah, I feel like you're very brave. I feel like you're very brave right now. You could be evoking Aries energy. You know, you could have some type of situation in regards to your friends, maybe an Aries who is a friend or something like that. And maybe you have come together. And look, here's the thing. This is very funny, actually. It's very telling. So we have the square aspect, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. And then we have House 11 with the mountains in the foreground, in the background. So what I'm getting is that there could be certain challenges or situations coming up that you're maybe not expecting with friends. And I'm not saying that it's going to be a bad situation or anything like that, or a negative situation, or that you're going to lose friends or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like maybe right now, especially during Mercury retrograde and Capricorn, you are seeking a little bit more independence, whereas people are flocking to you because your energy is so good. But simultaneously, you need a little bit more independence to get to where you're going because you're very clear. And I feel like sometimes when too many people are around, you could feel almost blocked. Like you're not as clear as you typically are when you're in solitude or when you are by yourself focusing on one task at a time. You know what I mean? We have the moon card at the bottom of the deck, and it says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. And I think that's the square aspect of maybe the astrological happenings right now, is that you're finding it challenging to satisfy your needs while simultaneously satisfying the needs of others. They're almost like contradicting themselves. But I do feel like you're going to find a solution. You're going to do it, right? You know, I feel like your friends are probably near and dear to you, and, you know, they will understand if you need some time to spend to yourself, or, you know, to allow you to do what you need to do in the meantime. Okay. So I love this. I love this. I feel like this retrograde, it's more cohesive. I feel like we've like maybe worked a lot of our stuff out from previous retrogrades, so this one's more fluid. So I really love that for you, pile number 4s. But regardless, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. That is the end of your reading. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone that would best benefit. Your messages provided here today. Again, if you all are interested in this lovely tarot journal, a link for the tarot journal will be in the description down below. This was a tarot journal that I was kind of preempting a couple weeks back, and it is here, y'all. So there's 117 pages for your writing prompts and a little disclosure before those. So I love you all so much, pile number 4s, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.